Alright, so we're going to get ready for our next match, Watermeat versus Cartwright. It'll just take me one moment to get everything set up here, so let's just take a quick 2-minute break.
Yeah, I gotta get my replays sorted.
Well, hello and welcome everybody. Should I fill the airtime a little bit for you here? So we're going to be heading into Watermeat versus Cartwright in just a moment here. This is another match in the hotly contested Silver division. The top story of Silver, of course, being the fantastic run of Dowsey, one of the favorites out of Challenger Division in the previous season of SCL, and I believe he is undefeated so far.
I can pull that up.
Yes, indeed. But other than Dowsey,
Make sure you don't pull up the
I'm not gonna pull that up.
current scoreboard. Make sure you look at the one from an hour ago before the match so you don't get any spoilers, and I can pull that up as well, actually.
for sure. I have not refreshed it in a while. So Dowsey undefeated, and most people expect that Dowsey will be number one in the division, but who else? Other than Dowsey, the division is very hotly contested. We have a lot of people in contention for first place here, or second place, probably. Cartwright is coming into this match with only 2 draws on the board for him and several matches unplayed, so it's hard to tell what they're going to be like in terms of record. Watermeat coming in with several wins, a couple of draws, and 1 loss. Both of these players still very much in contention for making it out, and if Cartwright is able to take the win over Watermeat here, that would definitely be a strong point in their favor, whereas if Watermeat wins, well, that's a continuation in their own path for the top. You all can stay tuned later this evening for more Silver action. We're going to have Cartwright versus Minty Rug in another few hours here, I do believe.
Is that one gonna be casted here?
No, Watermeat versus Cartwright will not be cast live, but the match... Watermeat versus Cartwright is what we're doing now. What is it? Minty versus Cartwright won't be cast live here, but we will be casting the 8:30 match between Quicklime and Calvin Schoolage.
Oh, will we? I didn't even know we were doing another one on stream today.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We are. That's going to be myself and Paratroopa.
Okay, good. I was thinking, did I sign myself up for that? Okay. Have we got the draft in yet? Oh, of course we do.
Yeah, well, the draft is done. I'm just getting the replays open quickly.
Let me pull those up in the replays tab without clicking on the results. Okay.
Yeah, I've dropped the draft in chat for you here.
Awesome.
A very interesting draft.
Well, no spoilers.
Well, I'll just go through what I had predicted for this match then. So, Cartwright's permaban has been Balcony, so I decided that Cartwright will be banning Balcony because Watermeat has a pretty good record on it as well.
Definitely.
Watermeat's probably going to be banning Ballroom because that's his permaban and is probably a comfort pick for Cartwright depending on what he's played. Cartwright, I said he would pick Gallery. Even though neither player has a really good history on the map, Cartwright has picked it a few times, and I'm guessing that means that he feels well practiced on it. Next up, I'm expecting Watermeat to pick Courtyard, because he has a very high spy win percentage. Though, he does lack a bit on his sniper side.
Very interesting for that venue. Usually Courtyard is thought of as a sniper paradise, a map that you pick and just expect everyone to win as sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting the replays ready. Wait, were we talking about the picks and bans?
These are just my predictions.
Oh, these are the
depending on
predictions.
what
Little
they've
bit
done
of
in the past.
speculation.
Great. I just need
And
one
we'll
more
get
moment
into
to get everything
The
ready.
true draft. As far as the single maps, I predicted that Cartwright will pick High Rise because he had one good showing on it, but nothing. I don't know much to go off of for Cartwright. He's only played 2 matches. As for Watermeat, I said that he would pick Taeyen, and even though both of them include Taeyen in their map pool, Watermeat has a bit more practice and experience on it, and I think that could help him edge it out if the match comes to a 4th venue.
Alright, so I'm ready to go. Let's just do a quick overview of our competitors here. Oh, I guess you guys have already been doing that, right?
A little bit.
Yeah,
Of
both of
venues
them
and performance.
well-rounded players.
Cool. Alright, let's head on over to the picks and bans. Oh, I have to clear these. These are the old ones. My bad. Alright, so first ban from Watermeat is Ballroom. Any 4 of 8. Oh, I can remove this music now.
No surprises there. That's the map he bans every time.
Every time, wow. Cartwright has chosen to ban Aquarium, 4 of 8.
And here we have our first real shocker. Cartwright has normally been banning Balcony, but this time they banned Aquarium, possibly because they're just not in practice with it, having been away from SCL for a few weeks here.
Alright, and the first pick from Watermeat is Balcony.
That makes a lot of sense. He has a really good record on this venue, so I'm expecting that he could take this one pretty handedly.
Yep, there's the consequences of having to use the ban on Aquarium. Watermeat is going to punish that on Balcony, and we'll see if Watermeat can really make something happen there.
Cartwright's first pick is Taeyen.
Not a big shocker there. Both of them enjoy that map, and it's a good map to sneak a spy win by.
Next pick from Watermeat, Library.
Finally, a large venue, the first one that we've seen today, if we manage to get there.
Yeah, Taeyen will be the first venue today that we cast that the spy has to complete more than 3 missions.
And the second pick from Cartwright is Gallery.
Pretty diverse set. It'll be interesting to see how far this one goes.
For sure, for sure. This Balcony pick in the lead is very scary to me. This is one of Watermeat's home maps, and it's a map that Cartwright is not too comfortable with, usually banning it. So we'll see how this goes.
All right, and so we are ready to start the first match, which will be Balcony. And apparently we're getting a bug tooltip. Well, that was an accident. All right.
Maybe it's foreshadowing.
So just to be clear, we have autoplay off. I'm at the first second of the match, and I will count you guys in.
I gotta turn autoplay off.
And spectator mode off, on as well. Or casting mode.
Gotcha.
Yep, got it all lined up. We have Watermeat as the first spy, as Walt Disney.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Yep, counted in.
Ready to go.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Disney's gonna settle down in conversation. Double Agent will be the first one to talk, and our seduction target saddles up right next to us.
Very fortunate to have the ST come to us like that. It is a white flirt for 34%, straight into a white banana bread.
We will double talk for that, but doesn't look like any reaction has come off yet for Cartwright.
Looks like we've gotten away with the double talk fairly cleanly. Our ST gets low lit. Wow.
Looks like we're just waiting for the seduction cooldown to go down right now. We'll do an
Yeah, with the
innocent
ST next
talk,
to us.
and we'll stop talk as well, trying to appeal to the sniper.
Hard to say too much about what the sniper's thinking. We don't see a whole lot of movement out of them. Just one highlight on Twin.
Green action test, we're up to 84% on the flirt. Anything will win it. If we can get away with another talk.
That should be just the story of it.
20 seconds remaining.
Wait to make sure we don't interrupt. There's the talk. 15 seconds. There won't be any overtime.
No laser movement whatsoever. And that's just a clean spy victory.
Watermeat starting off strong on their favored map pick.
Is there a shortcut for changing the replay?
What do you mean? You can press the 1 to 6 buttons to get. Oh, to move on to the next match, you press Control plus N.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, so moving on to game 2 here, we have Cartwright's turn to play the spy as General.
All right, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Once again, we have an immediate take control, a little bit of an awkward turn around circle, but who's paying attention to things like that? It's balcony.
If anybody is, it's Watermeat, though.
If a highlight on the double agent for something.
I believe he was, again, the first talker. And now we've got a highlight for talking.
Only a white flirt for 29%. That's a little scary. It means we're not going to finish in 3 flirts unless we hit a green on one of them.
Banana bread will come off, and it's a white test. There's 4 people talking, possibly?
Ooh, long time to take that drink from Toby, just in time.
Alice will do a bit of a funky bend to pick up the briefcase. But she is a low light.
Ooh, that's sip cancel after the briefcase. If she wasn't low lit already, I'd probably low light her for that.
Have we had a green action test up to 74%? Looks like Watermeat wants to shoot
off.
Zeke there. He has 2 huge suspects here that he's willing to take the safety off for.
Flashing those safety off, both on Sick and on Boots.
10 seconds, we're gonna talk. There's gonna be overtime, but Zeke is talking. And Boots is talking. It's hard to see us not getting shot here.
Holding the laser on Boots, takes the shot as soon as the overtime beeps come in, and we're at 1-1.
Yeah. 2 top suspects talking going into overtime. That's a rough shot, but very good for Cartwright.
All right, we've got the next match ready. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Everyone's in
One.
conversation.
Ooh, oh no. We start that contact right as everyone's in conversation at the beginning, but then several people leave. So we get these hard lowlights on Morgan Freeman and Walt Disney.
Interesting note is that Watermeat ignored the action test there, which is often indicative of kind of being regretful that it happened and there's a bug.
And it's seen and it's shot just like that. Maybe a little bit of panic after that contact didn't turn out like we wanted it to.
Yeah.
That'll just bring it up to 2-1 in favor of Cartwright.
Yeah, this bug is very visible from the sniper camera. You see the arm going right through it.
Watermeat may have just felt like he needed to make a play if he wanted to dig himself out of that hole.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do a thing.
Alright, so that was 1 point for Cartwright. Is that correct?
That was Cartwright's point, yes.
Alright.
Yes, Cartwright wins a sniper.
3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Here we go. The seduction target starting out of conversation this time, so no early flirt for us.
General will interrupt Queen and eat a highlight for that. But we will do the same to General.
And Alice, our seduction target, gets highlight for coming in and talking.
Yeah, big chain of interrupts there. But we're the one in the chain who did not get highlight for it.
A couple of good lowlights on the two people who weren't involved in that mess.
Queen will be morphing her face through the ambassador, trying to talk. But looks like Watermeat's playing around with his highlights and lowlights to get a better idea of who's being active.
Not a lot of motion from either player during this set. Everyone seems to like to stick to their spot in conversation.
Banana bread.
That's a very good time to banana bread, because General had just entered conversation and started talking immediately. But the shot
And
will
the
come off on
shot
Queen.
comes off. Wow, so that's 3-1 to Cartwright, coming out of a map pick that we thought was going to be favored for Watermeat. Very interesting indeed.
What's the score looking like going into Tayen?
We have 3-1 for Cartwright.
Did I not come through there? Hello?
Hello?
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Start out as Buns going for the quick flirt in the back conversation. And we've got the all statues Soji set up.
Very interesting to get all the shoji on one side. Typically a little more sniper favored than the usual layouts on Taen.
Banana bread.
Take an early banana bread, giving up 2 lowlights.
Well, just a few low lights there, but they are of some people at statues.
We will take a white purloin in the back. It's got good cover, but will it be noticed anytime soon? Presume it has now.
It was just a little bit visible. Now it's visible.
2 lowlights have come off as a result, but it doesn't look like Cartwright is too onto this.
We have a highlight on Taft behind General here. Seems like that may be our top suspect.
We've got 2 minutes to play, we need 2 more flirts, and we need another mission. Or we need a miss shot.
Oh,
Onto
the shot just
Irish.
comes off on Irish. I wonder if that was a phantom bug standing right next to the ambassador there.
Yeah, Irish does walk right by the ambassador, curving around him. It definitely looks like it could be a bug, and it seems like that's what the shot was for.
Yeah, followed up by an instant talk in the conversation. That'd be a
Yeah,
risky
quite
play for us.
reasonable.
That'd be a risky play for a spy to make, though.
These are the sorts of shots that I've been taking a lot and getting burned by them in exactly this fashion. So it's nice to see that other people do it as well.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
Now we have Cartwright spying as Twin.
An immediate
And
take control.
again, the same shoji setup, all on the right side. Bug a mission that a lot of people just credit on Tan, thinking it could be done, or sometimes shooting wrongly for it, as in the case of that last game.
Though getting it out of the way now means that it doesn't have to be worried about for the spy for the rest of the game. The sniper, however, will be watching for it all game long.
We have a quick green test on our Seduce for 51% there. The waiter is offering a drink. A very long reject there. I almost wanted him to purloin. Looks like
Toby,
we're just going to cool our heels for a little bit.
Toby will bounce around. There's potentially a fingerprintable drink coming out right now. Green banana bread.
Only 2 lowlights, pretty good.
The 2 flirt comes off. That gives us a lot of time to find one more mission. Though we're high lit.
We have contact, seduce, but bug is already done, so what is our last mission going to be?
This is going to be a purloin right in the back.
Could be center statues, could be this purloin in the back. It's a white test. Will we see it in time? List is very on screen.
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. No reaction.
This is just a white purloin and hope it isn't noticed for 10 seconds.
And it isn't, even though we picked up that highlight.
Alright, got the next match ready. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Starting off with Watermeat as Rocker here in the front at the start, doing an innocent watch check, slowing it down a little bit from our last 2 rather quick missions.
We'll take a quick briefcase here. That's very aggressive for getting that fingerprint.
Yeah, very aggressive and fairly close to the ambassador as well. I'm not sure if that's technically in range, but on this sort of venue, it can be very difficult to tell what the range is.
Watermeat probably remembering which statue has that fingerprint for later on. That could be a very effective way to finish.
For sure.
Double Agent will rejoin us in the back conversation, and we will take a white contact for 2 lowlights.
Interesting, though, the SDA is out of conversation, so we do know on the sniper side that only the back conversation could have a real contact.
Right now, a full 4 Softel game isn't looking out of touch. We could finish off the Seduce, we could grab the fingerprintable statue, and then we would only need one more if we wanted to go completely Softel.
That briefcase, by the way, still hanging out in the center of the venue. The only person who has touched it is the spy. And here we go to the statues.
Grabbing our fingerprint and a single inspect. Oh, no, we're grabbing 2.
White test, green test. Can we finish inspects without 3 cycling? No, we cannot. We just put it down and leave.
Well, we couldn't have finished inspects there. That was the side statue.
Oh, was it? I'm getting confused by the shoji even during casting.
Bit of a stop behind Toby there. Probably went unnoticed.
Oh, here's the next statue visit.
Finishing inspects, but we still need one.
If Cartwright's been watching these fingerprints, he should be very suspicious of Rocker right now.
The seduction target has left us. And she's gone to windows. That's going to make it very difficult.
Oh, we're calling Toby over. Is this just going to be a purloin in the back? It is. It's another white test.
Giving up on the 4 Softels.
Here's our countdown.
Extremely
Can we
risky.
see?
And it's going to burn us.
Shot comes off. Very, very, very nice shot seeing that guest list there.
Yeah,
so
just gonna
Watermeat
replay those
finally
last
bringing
10
it back a
seconds.
little bit.
Watermeat walks off to the back to hide, but the sniper is
Oh no,
on it,
Watermeat's the spy.
considers it for a moment, and just takes the shot.
It's very visible. I don't think so. I think it's just a spy.
Oops, getting a little bit of audio issues, the voice not coming through there. I don't know who's talking, but you're sounding a little bit robotic. Can both of you talk? Is it on... whose end is this on? Is it on my end? I seem to have lost voice.
Hello.
Hello? Are we back?
Oh, yeah, we seem to be back.
Okay, I
all
just
right.
need to disconnect and reconnect.
Alright, so we're going to start up our last Taiyan game. 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
We have Cartwright as Irish or Mediterranean here, starting in the back and taking the early bug. That's Tan for you.
Yeah, and looks like we're gonna get a quick flirt here as well with an innocent drink take.
Not even suspicious. This time we again have a sniper favored layout with all the screens on the book side. Take a bug, take a flirt, then cool your heels for a little bit.
That green flirt is gonna give us some wiggle room, so we can probably gonna have to finish this. Well, we're definitely gonna have to finish this in at least 3 flirts, but we'll have some distance between our seduction target.
At a score of 5-2, Cartwright definitely wants this 6th win, which will guarantee at least a draw. Ooh, another hot green for 93% on our seduction.
Hooray for floating point flirt values.
We've got the ambassador going to a statue again. Fingerprint might be on the menu if we want to go for it.
Looks like we're just timer flirting now, but we need another plan for 2 more missions. Though it's most likely that contact will be one of those.
Twin highlight picks up the briefcase, gets back to neutral it, and then immediately highlight again.
A slow sip there at center statues, but I don't think that would have been noticed. Could this be an inspect swap to finish it off? If we wanted to go contactless?
I doubt it.
Definitely
Not with
Not with
with
this
all left
layout.
screens.
We will case and
Oh, the
that,
shot comes off
that
on the
twin
twin
you were
who
talking
was.
about.
Yeah.
What had the
Touched the
twin done
briefcase,
earlier
comes back to
to
bite
get
him.
suspicion?
Grab the briefcase, put it down in a way that looked a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, let's take a look at that briefcase return that maybe got the twin shot.
And he had also been to statues, I believe.
Yep, center statues, the weird briefcase. But not a whole lot. That still feels like a very early shot.
And that was a 6th point for Cartwright, I believe.
So Cartwright guaranteed at least the tie here, now playing for the win. Watermeat definitely feeling the pressure.
Stepping into library. Our first 5 of 8 of the day.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
We'll get a quick look at statues, but did we get a good enough view? Because the spy will take the center statue on the left.
Watermeat, often called swap meat for his tendency to swap statues, he claims that he's cut back on it a bit. But when you're down on match point, having to take a spy win on library just to stay alive, are we going to see it? No, not this time.
I can't tell if the sniper's suspicious of it or not. He may have phantoms a swap because he's staring at Irish quite a bit, but it could also be coincidence.
Definitely suspicious. Center statues, if nothing else, means that that is a mission completion that is known to the sniper. We head in, we pick a white test flirt, 32%.
Ambassador will walk past us and we will take his briefcase in return.
Walk a little bit, see the ambassador is at statue, set the briefcase back down.
A lot of aggressive idling here. Could lower our suspicion. But that's also a lot of time burned with only one flirt and the inspect's done.
Library, a pretty dangerous map, being 5 out of 8, you have to complete at least 2 of the missions that are known as hardtells. You can fairly confidently get your seduction, your contact of the double agent, and you can pull off and inspect 3 statues without too much trouble. But what are your next 2 missions going to be?
I'm not sure what I saw, but I think Watermeat went to the bookshelf with the drink next to the ambassador and then walked back into conversation without taking out a book.
Contact coming off. Looks like the sniper's getting some
That's a
lowlights.
strange one. We have a fake contact.
Sniper's staring down Duke at that statue over there.
most of the suspicion over on the left side. We had the ambassador and several highlights all crammed into one circle.
Toby is far removed from the ambassador, which leads Cartwright to do a lot of panning over.
We're down to less than a minute 30 on the clock with only one mission complete and a little bit of progress on a couple others. I feel like we have to transfer this microfilm. Oh, a second briefcase attempt, but there's no fingerprint taken.
Stepping in for the second flirt at a minute. It's a white test, so we've got to pick up the pace here.
Banana bread.
Now the real banana bread.
Real banana bread knocking out several of those highlights. Ooh,
It will knock out Duke, but
Scary.
not Irish.
That's not where that book came from, and the sniper is suspicious of it.
Safety's off, 30 seconds left. Is it gonna force the shot though? Wow. Gonna add time.
There's a white time ad as well. Is that going to be enough?
That has to be it. Oh, he's still holding though. Waiting for confirmation. If Irish
You're
talks, this will be the shot.
75% sure that wasn't where that book came from, but you're not positive.
And the shot will come off for that
There
talk.
it is.
And that will end it.
All right, that's a score of 7-2 Cartwright.
Wow, what a strong showing from Cartwright, especially with that draft. It felt like Watermeat kind of won the draft, being able to pick Balcony, one of his favorite maps, but Cartwright brought in some incredible play there.
Yeah, I predicted that this scoreline would go the other way, so very impressive.
Very well done to Cartwright. Let's check if any of our competitors want to join us for a post-game interview.
I do see we have Meat in chat saying they were trying to get Lolit for banana splits, and it didn't happen. Like I said, I was super happy with the draft, but not so much now.
All right, well, since
Watermeat-
Watermeat was in chat explaining their point of view about most things, we're not going to go through with a post-game interview here, so we award the medal to Cartwright. And I believe that is it for this afternoon's double feature. Thank you very much to Legorv and Ranmilia for casting this second match, and to Legorv for casting the first match earlier with me as well.
And thank you to Dells for hosting this and having this amazing overlay set up. I'm really impressed and really impressed with the speed at which this all happened, knowing when you decided to start casting games.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. I had fun.
Great, and so tonight we will be streaming as well. We will be doing at 8:30 p.m. EST the match between Quicklime and Calvin Schoolage, which will be cast by myself and Paratroopa. But before that, at 7:30 p.m. EST, there's a match happening in-game, not being cast. Minty Rug versus Cartwright, who just won this match. Actually, I'm just thinking before this match, I remember Cartwright was saying that they get very nervous before matches and that they weren't very confident necessarily in their ability to keep calm during a match and pull out a win. And I think that makes it especially impressive that they were able to do so quite decisively here.
Extremely so. Nerves play a huge part in this game, at least for me, and I suspect for many other players, even more than some people would like to admit.
I was nervous just casting it. I wasn't even playing.
Yeah, that's how I feel as well. I wasn't even talking this time. I was just hosting, but still nervous. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you again to the casters, and I will be back on later tonight at 8:30 p.m. EST for Quicklime versus Calvin Schoolage. See you all later.
See you later.
Peace out.